Hello and welcome to Misaal. My name is Zahed and I'm your host. On this podcast, I talk candidly with the most innovative minds working towards building a better startup economy in Pakistan. In this episode of the Misaal podcast, I invite you to listen in on my conversation with Umar Khan. He is a co founder of Social Boo, a social media management platform for small businesses. He talks about how four of his classmates went from freelancing to building their own SaaS product, how they utilized online communities for marketing, and their experience during the incubation program at Plan 9. Let's listen in. So, hello, Umar. Welcome to the Misal podcast. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for asking. What about you?
I am doing well. So, where are you joining us today from?
Right now, I am sitting in my office, Lahore. Basically, I'm from
Okay.
Gujranwala, so I have
Okay.
done my study in Lahore and set up my office in Lahore as well.
Let's just start with the basics. Just tell me something about yourself and what do you do? And tell me a little bit about your SaaS-based startup, which is Social Boo. So let's just start there.
So basically, Social Boo is a social media management and automation platform. So it
Okay.
lets you to schedule your content, manage incoming messages and comments coming from different social platforms, and then you can also set up different automations, like you can automatically reply to incoming messages and comments. Plus you can set up an automation that whenever a new blog or article published on your website, it should automatically share to your social media access. So these are the couple of examples of the advanced level automation that we are providing. Then we also recently added AI content generator. Like you just have to give topic to it, and it will automatically generate post captions for you as well.
I wanted to ask you this, of course, I'm sure other people also ask you this. How did you come up with this name, Social Boo?
Yeah, this is very interesting story, by the way. So basically, we are basically the four founders, co-founders of Social Boo. Usama is one of the main person, and he came up with the idea with the name. Basically, actually, we are very into anime. If you know animes, right? So there was
Okay.
yeah. So there was an anime, and character was named as Majin Buu. So
Okay.
that character was very strong and very helping to other people. So we decided to bring those values into the Social Boo, and we decided that we will build a character that will be in our app, and it will help people to schedule their content and get things done for them. So that's why we bought the Boo, Majin Boo, basically the Boo from there, and then the social from social media. So we connect them and
Okay.
make it Social Boo. So we do have
Social Boo.
plan
Okay.
to launch, bring that character in the near future.
You said you are four co-founders. So are you like four co-founders? That's all the team is, or is there a bigger team?
Yeah, so recently we have doubled our team, and currently total we have 15 team members. Apart from
Okay.
us, all of most of them are half of our team are working remotely, and half come here in the office.
What year did you start?
We officially launched in February 2019
Okay.
when we were in the fourth semester of our university.
So you guys all know each other from university.
Yes, we all of the co-founders are from the same batch, CAS fellows.
Okay, so was there a reason that you guys decided to do social media? Because there are quite a few competitors, right? The market is very saturated, I would say. So like you have Hootsuite, you have Buffer, and like the major players, right? Was there a reason? Was there something missing in the current players that you felt like, if we could just add this, maybe make this better, or was there some other reason for starting this?
Yeah, very good question. And I would love to tell you why we came up with the social boot. Actually,
Yeah.
we were doing freelancing 2015 from 2015, I think. So since we were doing freelancing, we do have different clients. So there wasn't any tool that cater the needs of whole social media manager. For example, we used to manage social media accounts of different clients as well. So we have to use one tool for just for analytics, another for inbox management, and another for just scheduling. So that was the pain that we feel by ourselves, right? So we came up with the idea, why not come up with a tool that has that deal with the most of the needs of a social media manager, right? So that's why came up with the social boo. So the idea and the main crux for it is to make it an all-in-one solution, where after which you don't have to do and use any other tool after using the social boo. So yeah.
Okay, so you basically took something, a service that was service that you were providing as a freelancer,
Yeah.
and then you turned that into a product.
Yeah, that's correct.
So initially, when you started off, you probably already had some customers that were using the product right away.
Not initial customer by default. We were actually the main users of our product, right? So we felt the need. So we already know where how we are gonna market it to the which where the social media managers are discussing these problems. Like in the initial days, we got around 20 customers just participating on different communities from Quora, Reddit, and then Facebook groups. So we know where
Yep.
they are and how what pains that they are facing. Yeah, go straight to them and see that if this is something they will be using, plus how much they will are willing to pay us. So basically, the social boo came up with the very little idea. Initially, we tested this idea by creating a small tool just for Facebook group publishing. So that was the only thing
Okay.
we were providing. Then actually after some success, there were some users who were started using that tool, and then we asked them how much they are gonna pay, will be they paying for it or not. So they were like, we got enough good response from them, and then we decided let's go with it and bring other things as well in the social go to make it a comprehensive solution.
Initially, like, when you start a SaaS business, of course, it's all about marketing. So you said you are four co-founders. So are you like, do you specialize in doing one thing that other co-founders don't, or are you all like technical? Like, how does that work?
We have everyone has a different domain, but we all into the into marketing as well. Especially in the initial days, that was very good thing. In 2019, we got incubation in Plan 9 as well. That was very helpful. And then we
Yep.
during that span we spent a lot of time on the marketing. Every founder was very into it, into the marketing, and also Sama was very much focused on the development part as well. So everyone knows the marketing and how things work in the particular field and what are the current needs of this. Then after we got initial customers, when we crossed 100, then we came up with let's need to focus on some support part, and then for the sales. So as the company grows, at the startup grow, there are different dimensions that come up, and you have to focus on that part as well. Then SEO, then different paid ads as well. After some time, we have, everyone has a different domain. For me, my main role now is about the sales and the growth. And we have other three out of four are mostly looking into the marketing and sales overall. So this is how we are
Okay.
segregated, but they have the different fields as well. One is for specific for search engine optimization, and another one is for paid ads and social media and overall digital marketing, then the sales comes, etc.
Is there one channel that works for you really well, that like you feel like this has been like a game changer for you?
Yes. Quora was one of our main game changer platform. So I would love to tell you that in 2020, when the COVID hit the whole world, and there was very big dip in our revenue as well, and the users, because the businesses closed down, and we were very much assisting the small businesses with affordable
Yeah.
prices, and most of them were our small businesses as well. So revenue went down, everything went down. Then suddenly after 1 to 2 months, when we all went back to home, and there wasn't we weren't any prepare for the remote working, especially in Pakistan, there wasn't as such concept. So the team communication was also very affected. So suddenly after 1.5 month and 2 months, we were getting spikes in our revenue. So we were very curious about where they are coming from. We are not performing much, and we are not doing any that much level of marketing as were before. Then we figured out that the efforts we have put into the Quora, the question and answer we have spent a lot of time before, they are performing very well, because people were very much searching into that part, right, into looking for some solutions for the social media management they can do by themselves, etc. So that was the time then we realized that, oh wow, this is now we are all efforts, our efforts are getting paid. So again, social boo was into the game again, and we got a lot of customers from the Quora. So that Quora was one of
Okay.
our best channel.
You don't really know where people will, how people will find you. It's just that we do the basic things, right? Like I'm also in content and all that social media.
Mhm.
You do the basic things, you do the search engine optimization, but you never know how people will find you and like what will create like a constant funnel for people to come in and try your product. Let's talk about some of the numbers. How do things look like right now? Like what does the growth look like? Do you Are you still growing at a a decent pace that you want to keep going? Like how do that look like?
Right now we are in good track, or to be honest, like we have
Yeah.
increased, almost doubled our team, especially the development part as well, to
Yeah.
make to improve existing structure and system, plus bring some advanced level features as well, to make it social a bit more faster as well. So we have also very looking into the different aspects of the marketing as well that we haven't touched yet. So our growth is
Okay.
recently from the last 2 months is getting better day and day, and
Okay.
especially again I would say okay, in 2021 that was a very good year for us, in terms of especially the first 6 months of the 2021, and 2022 we have planned different advanced level features, let's say some advanced level analytics, and then the media library that is going to be a big game for us. We are bringing it in next 1 to 2 weeks as well. So those things will be help us to tackle another segmentation that will be agency level solution, make it social a more agency level solution and acceptable on the very big level scale as well.
In terms of like of course you generate revenue, so that's how you sustain yourself, but have you tried to raise money from investors in Pakistan or anywhere in general?
You can say that we are not very actively looking for the investment, to be honest, but we do consider the options if we get any from the existing investors. So but our main idea was to, since we are getting into the right direction and we have a bootstrap from the zero to right
Yeah.
from here, right where
Yeah.
here right now, there is no as such direct plan or actively looking for investment. If things comes out and if there is a good offer, then definitely we will check that out.
So in SaaS businesses, of course, the revenue, like there you have like free customers that join in, and then you have to wait a little bit before they become paid customers. What does that look like for you? Like if let's just say 100 free people sign up, like how many of them actually become paid members?
Okay, so we have very good conversion rate, especially when it comes to trial, like as compared to the existing market. We have a good number of trial conversion rate. And for the free to paid users, that is still a little better as compared to existing SaaS companies as performing, because we are continuously compare with the different SaaS companies through a tool, let's say Profitwell, and there is another tool as well. So that compares us with the other. So we are good at position in that particular segment.
What is the biggest challenge for you right now?
One thing is that we are, to be honest, this is the first time we are running a startup at this level, and since
Yeah.
we just still in the university, you can say. Actually, the thing is, the mindset that it takes, let's say, taking from 100K ARR to 1 million ARR, this is something that is a big thing, as compared to, it's one of the big challenges as well, because this is the first time we are facing this level at this stage where we are getting the customers. And so handling the tail and managing it, since we have doubled the team, but still, the toughest thing is that to manage the smart people in the of the team as well, and keep them stick to it, to your culture, your company, to take it to next level. That is, I think, the big thing and challenge for every startup has to face.
Keeping the talent that you already have and like what you have built, like making sure it's
Yeah.
sustainable and like keep building on that. So that's a challenge. So I mean, running a SaaS business from Pakistan, it's like, are there
Mhm.
any other external challenges that you face, like for example for payment processing, for customer perception? Is there anything else you face?
First, we
Yeah.
faced a problem, let's say getting an official API from Facebook, and then also receiving the payments internationally, because there wasn't as such solution to receive payments within Pakistan, and there wasn't any payment gateway. And then we have to register our company in USA as well, and to to process the payments through Stripe. And also the perception you have mentioned, that is still a thing when it comes to SaaS business. There is no boundary, right? And you are interacting with the different people around the world, and they know where are you are coming from, to be honest. So also in Pakistan, we faced this problem. Initially, people were not accepting us. We went to different social media agencies with some references. We gave them a demo. This is a solution. This is much much better than the existing solution as well. And we are also from the same country, and we will be providing the better support as well right away whenever you need over the call as well. So there was still they were hesitated to receive us, to accept us. Then we decided to go, let's market ourselves abroad. Let's bring the customers, that makes the trust and authenticity there, and then come back to Pakistan too, so that people can easily accept us as well. So these are the things. And then especially the payment processing is still a big challenge, because you can register a company in USA, and then you can get a payment gateway to receive payments. But another challenge comes, that is it is transferring the money from US to Pakistan. That is another big challenge.
Yep.
And then how the taxes are going to be processed, how the banking process is as well. And then you can't bring a lot of money without any source, etc. So these are the things that we faced very initially in Pakistan. And then did a very good job. He properly wrote an help article or put complete blog how a person can get a payment gateway within while staying in Pakistan, so that he can further future entrepreneurs can get help from getting registered in Stripe and getting the payment gateway. So no doubt, payments still, while as a Pakistani entrepreneur, the payment gateway is one of the first thing that you have to face. To be honest,
So that is no longer a challenge for you, right? Like you have figured that out
yes,
that
yes,
part
we
now.
do have figured it out.
Okay.
But again, I think still within Pakistan, because we have crossed that phase, and I think it still took us, let's say, 2 to 3 months to figure out this problem. And at this is too much time, to be honest, for an entrepreneur to just stick to how he's gonna get the money. So in Pakistan, thing should be resolved, or there should be a proper guidance to for the future persons to how to fix this, or how to make the processes smooth. Especially the government
Okay.
should work on it.
Okay. So you, of course, I'm guessing here, but you probably have a lot more customers outside of Pakistan than you have inside
Yeah.
Pakistan,
So yeah, more
right?
than
Right.
90%.
Okay. Okay. So when you let's talk about a little bit more about the payment. So when you talk about payments, like you figured it out. So what is like a typical way for like a SaaS business to register in Pakistan? Like you can just talk about the basic details. You don't have to go into a lot of details,
Mhm.
but what is like the basic process? Like, you go and of course you register a company in the US, then start
Mhm.
a Stripe account, and then that's okay. That's very easy. Anyone can do it. But the challenge usually is to get the money
Yeah.
back to Pakistan. So how does that work?
First, you have to get a payment gateway, definitely, and then for that you have to register in the USA. So to get a register in USA, there is state Delaware where you can register virtually. So while staying in Pakistan, you hire an agent, and he registered a company on your behalf, and then he transferred the ownership of the company to you as well. So it's totally legal. There is because that's the state law. And once you get registered, you have the US company. You also have to pay tax there as well. Even you are not
Right.
operating there, but there is still registration and I think annual tax that we have to pay there as well. Once you are done with it, then you could get the Stripe account as well. So once you receive the payments, then you have to transfer that money to another US bank and then use another service to transfer the money to Pakistan. So these are the three steps basically. You are getting money from customer, sending it to Stripe to another US bank, and then US bank to transfer this to Pakistan. So these are the thing. And then in Pakistan, you are definitely sending it to the company account, and then sending it
Okay.
delivering to your employees and etc. You have to register in
Okay.
Pakistan as well. This is the process.
Okay, so yeah, it's a really long process. Yeah, I understand. So I have helped out few startups on this, so that's I understand the process. So you said there is an article that Osama wrote
Yeah.
that is I you can just send that link to me and I can share that in show notes. I know you touched on Plan 9 initially
Yeah.
because you were incubated there. So talk about that experience. Like, is it? I mean, Plan 9 back in the day was amazing. I think there are a lot of startups that came out of there, but over time, because you don't really need incubator anymore. What do you think if someone wants to apply or someone wants to be part of it? What do you think? Should they go through it? Was it worth it for you?
For us it was very great experience and it was very helpful for us. Actually, planning took all of the problem a person has to face, because you get free space 24 hours, free wi-fi, free furniture, you can have team there as well. So actually initial days of a startup is like you are not getting anything from the startup, right? We also put the money, we also got stipend from the plan as well. That was around 20,000 per person, and we were investing all back to startup, like adding putting into like paying some taxes and then also for paid ads as well. That was very helpful. They also helped us to connect with the different persons, especially Usman but from Repair Desk, and then Junaid Malik from Jin Biotech as well. So these were the very big persons when it comes to the SaaS and marketing person. So they also mentored us as well. So you can also use their network. So I believe that it's still worth to join incubation center, especially a Plan 9 that is 100% equity free model based incubation. And also one last thing, you no one is gonna take pick your finger and take you to, let's say, to take you from point one to point B. You have to go through all the way. And and you have, if you need something, you have to tell them like we need to meet this person, we need this kind of resources as well. So the other person, the entrepreneur, should also be very much open and not shy to ask for help. So that is something that we realized in the last 2 months of the Plan 9. And we try to meet a lot of the people who are already in the market, already in the field, and they take us from point A to point B instead of within 2 months instead of 6 months, because of their experience.
So it's a good incubator in terms of like it helps you connect with mentors. It gives you the space that you
Yeah.
need, and like you get a little bit of help along the way as long as like you put in the hard work.
Yeah.
So usually, like incubators have the network of people that they keep you connected with, like once you graduate. So is that something that is part also for Plan 9?
Yeah, that's great. So actually, they also held two investor meetups as well. Plus, they also had one to two party, you can say samosa party scene as well. So where the different or previous cycle founders came in, and you have a chat with them and see what they are doing, and also get their experience to add into your own startup. So yeah, that is something I also really liked it. And also again, the network is one of the main your net worth. So
Okay,
that's
yeah,
that's
yeah.
something we got introduced by the Plan 9, since we were very very, you can say naive in this particular ecosystem. So they helped us a lot.
So I know initially when we start talking, so I want to end this by asking you, like, where are you taking Social Boo next? Because you mentioned that you're working on the AI article writer in the
Mhm.
beginning. So what is that all about? Like, is that something that you will be focusing on going forward this year?
Our most of our content management and scheduling part has been done in social blue. So our next aim is to focus on two things. One is the content creation within social group, and then the strong and powerful reports and analytics, right? So these are the two main pillars that we are going with in 2022. So for as far as the content creation is concerned, we have recently integrated Canva within social group so that you can create the designs and the images and the
Okay.
visuals. And then also as for captions and for content writing is concerned, we have introduced a content generator. It's already live in social book. So I just for the testing purpose, I just gave him a title topic that, let's say, write a letter to my future wife. If it can be anything, to be honest. So he also wrote a proper letter for her. So you have to give it a
Okay.
title or topic. It automatically create the caption for that post, and you can just use the Canva, and you are good to go schedule the content within social group. Then the reporting part is something that we are very much interested and hardly working on that as well.
That is awesome. Best of luck with everything, and thank you for being on the Misal podcast. It was lovely talking to you.
Same.
Thanks for listening to the Misal podcast. I hope you enjoyed the podcast and will thank me by writing a review or sharing it on social media. Make sure you follow and subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. Thanks again. See you soon.